Hi, my name's Chris DeSellis. At the Avenue Real Estate, we've helped hundreds of downsizers achieve their property goals. But we do also understand that this is a difficult stage in your life. Like most things, if you plan well and you have the right team of people around you, what can seem to be a daunting task can become one that's enjoyable. That's why we partner with a team of experts to help you achieve your property goals.
I'm the Director of Outright Property Solutions. We started close to 2 years ago. We only work in the hills, so all our clients are in Borkham Hills, Castle Hill, Cherrybrook, very locally based business. All our workers live within the hills. We do a lot of renovation, kitchens, bathrooms, some decks, outdoor pergolas. Really, quite a large range of different things that we offer. I guess what sets us apart from a traditional, building company or renovation business is I used to be a real estate agent, and I loved the industry, but I hated being a real estate agent. I just found it really demanding and really difficult, but it taught me a lot. And seeing what the good agents did in the industry, and using my background, which is in the construction industry, I sort of merged the two together, and I began giving people advice on what they should do to get more money for their house. We offer a service where we can go to the people's homes, assess their property, and tell them where they should be spending the money to make a good return on that investment. For downsizers, I think it's important to take into account where you're going to be living while these renovations are taking place. And I think also you've got to take into account the time period that some of these renovations, will accumulate. So they're probably two things that people need to think of a lot.
How long in advance should they start to plan the preparation of their home with someone like yourself?
Well, that's a good question. The sooner we get involved, the quicker you get to not only enjoy the work that's been done, because we don't just do work that's going to have a shelf life of until you sell the house. Obviously, the work that we're doing for these people, they're going to have to sell the house, and we're getting recommended by local businesses. So the work that we do for people has to withstand the test of time, not just for the person selling the house, but for the person who buys the house and the person who buys it after that. The sooner we get involved, the earlier the owners have a dollar figure that they can start budgeting for. They have a timeline that they can start working to, and they can make a better decision after they've met with us, even if it's not to start the work straight away, just to give them a better idea of how long it would take, how much it would cost, and then they can go away and do all the research that they need. Like I said, it is site specific on the property, but the basics are always going to be lighting, paint and flooring options. Some of those are big ticket items, but they make a huge difference in the eventual sale price. And then there are some other products that are surprisingly affordable, So keeping in mind it is to sell. So usually what we do is we work out a priority list, and I'd probably rank them for the client based on what I think is going to be a guaranteed return on investment. Something, for example, could be as simple as, the gyprock is falling in the garage, you know what I mean? Stuff that's going to come up on a pest and building report. Well, you don't need to be a real estate agent to know that the big hole in the wall is going to affect the sale price. But having said that, the gyprock is going to be there, the paint is going to be there. So, while they're there, if there are other things that need tending to, it's the perfect opportunity to get it done at once. Incredible. Paint. If I had a really limited budget and I wanted something that, you know, people are really going to appreciate, I'd go straight to paint. The other thing is carpet. Carpet is, you know, you don't need to be using super high-end products, but a synthetic carpet, you're going to get really good usage out of it. You know the sort of colours that we're going to be recommending because they're going to be neutral, and they're going to be styled well. So a lot of what we do marries into what a stylist would want, and often we work with a lot of the stylists in the area to make sure that what we're setting for them is going to be complemented by the furniture that they put in or by the way that they dress the room.
Yeah.
I think that's really important. Start looking after your lawn. Start looking after your grass and you know, watering those plants that you've just sort of left in the background, because it can be quite expensive to do landscaping, but if you've already got a lot of the vegetation there, you're going to save a bucket load on plants. You know, and if you let your grass go beyond a certain point, well then really you're going to have to excavate it and topsoil and lay new turf. But especially now coming into spring, the weather's great. So the more work that you do outside, the less work we're going to have to do.
What should they definitely leave to the professionals, Robbie? What would you say? Just don't.
Yeah, electrical never seems to work well for people, and anything with water. So the plumbers and sparkies, they get paid good money because they do a good job, and it's pretty specialist. I wouldn't be mucking around with it. I'd leave that to the professionals for sure. If it's a 3-bedroom property on a, you know, with 1 bathroom, you know, I don't know if it's a great idea to install a swimming pool there. You know what I mean? So that's probably the most obvious example. But when it comes down to the nitty-gritty, there's a million things like that I've been fortunate enough to experience through having worked in real estate. So when you, as you know, when you speak to, you know, 100, 200 buyers that have come through over the weekend, and you're asking them what they like about the home, you know, and what they didn't like about the home, and all those sort of questions, yeah. You understand pretty quickly what's important to people.